You're now tuned to Living Off Experience podcast. As you can see, it's not another episode, but we dropping next week, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm gonna have my co-host on or I'm gonna have a guest. Shit, we might just bring a guest along with us. So I'm cooking up some shit. Just being tuned for that. But yeah, man, I had to I was thinking to myself, I'm like, man, I ain't dropped nothing in a minute just to, feed the streets. And normally when I drop shit, it ain't because just, I need to drop shit. Of course, I want to be more consistent. But it's something that I either seen or, you know what I mean, it's in my head. And I'm like, no, I got to talk about this. You know what I mean? See, people feeling the same way I'm feeling about this shit. So normally, you know me, man. We discussing the dealings between men and women, relationships, all types of things that got dating and things that got to go with that, and experiences through love, through the physical, through sex, through whatever, mentally, all that. You know what I mean? Female nature, man nature. We talk about all those things and above, mixed with a little bit of current event stuff that's going on that has something to do with what we talk about. But this ain't got nothing to do with no dealings, no men, no women, nothing. This just some spiritual life shit. Now, me, I'm like I'm a nerd when it comes to this podcast shit. Like, I really enjoyed that much. But when you do podcasts, you gotta look at other podcasts. You gotta look at the top dogs. You gotta look at niggas that's on a rise. You gotta look at niggas that's starting from the bottom like me. And you look at shit and see if they got this good. If you want to look at it just for good content, or you look at see what they doing, what you not doing. Like, oh, okay, maybe I need to do some of that. Maybe I need to try that. Or you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, I'm a little hard on myself, and it's like I see certain people shit and I'll be like, oh, they popping because of that, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody do their thing. I'm cool. I ain't trying, to make a longer story even longer. So I was watching Math Hoffa podcast. Everybody know Math Hoffa, one of the most legendary battle rappers ever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, he solidified when it comes to battle rap, smack era, all that, you know what I'm saying? Math got a podcast called My Expert Opinion. And he has 4 other guys on, and I think 3 of them had something to do. One guy he was a manager in the music industry. One guy, I forget what he did, but I used to see him on like shit on like MTV and shit like that, and talking to people with the music. Other boy used to write for Source, and the other guy, like, he more on a spiritual type time, but you could tell he big money, like, you know what I'm saying? You get different perspectives and different views from all 5 of these dudes. And what I like about their podcast is, not only they can do a show with just them 5, they can have a popping artist. Like, they had Method Man, Fat Joe on there, producer Rockwilder. Like, he be getting, like, his shit growing. Like, I remember, like, 2 years ago, it was just a battle rap show. And then he just took flight with this shit. So now this nigga, they like top 10 on Spotify and all that, you know what I'm saying? And the setting is just real, like, barbershop shit. It's basically a barbershop conversation with the cameras turned on. That's all it really is. And it's fire. It's dope, man. If you ain't got that in your list of favorites of podcasts, you go do that. Listen to it, watch it. I say watch it. I like to watch it more than I like to listen to certain shit. Like, I'll do it. If I got things to do around the house, I'll listen to a certain pod, but I like watching my shit. I'm a visual guy. So, okay, I'm rambling too much. So they get on the pod, and then I forgot what they was actually talking about, but one of the guys named Mecca, he says, yo, do you know what I pray for every day? I pray that God can show me the difference between a test and a sign. And when he said that shit, I thought about it. I'm like, damn, I never really thought about life like that with tests and signs, because, like, would you believe in God, whoever, Jesus, Allah, whoever you believe in, you do know our path is created already. Now, it may be different ways we take the path, and God may put things in our way, and we get to pick and choose certain things and how we go about it and shit like that. Like, right now, if I'm hungry, I can decide to go get something to eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, but a place can be closed. It can change my route. Something can happen, it can change my route. You know what I'm saying? That's a little bit of God. That's just a little bit of, okay, whatever. It's just life. But it's just like we pick and choose what we want. We want to be a test and a sign, depending on what it is. Like when it comes to your career goals and shit like that. Like, or you even in relationships, like, but just in life in general. Like, that's very hard to, tell the difference because I can't. Now everybody know me. Like before I was into the podcast shit, I was a rapper. I love rap and I grew up on rap. I was 3, 4 years old. My sister, my brother had me listening to the craziest shit. Some of the shit I didn't understand, but I just knew what was hot. You know what I'm saying? Like you knew what it was. I was in the crib listening to Nas, Hove, Big. You know what I'm saying? All types of motherfuckers. Redman, Method Man, Wu-Tang. I grew up on all this shit. Like you can't, ain't nothing I don't know about none of these rap. So yeah, so thing about me is I'm skillful. I can rap all day. Got bars, can write, I can make song, all this. But when I said I wanted to be a rapper, I never took rapping serious. Yeah, I said it verbally, but mentally I didn't. So I never took rap serious full time. So I feel like when it comes to a career path and a career choice, if you ain't do everything to fully maximize, you know what I mean, your path, then you got to get out. That's facts. If anything you're doing is a career, you gotta do everything. I don't care, whatever. You gotta do the most. I feel like that's with anything, even with this podcast shit. Now, I be kind of upset at certain things that go on, and I may get mad about certain people that's not tuning in and the feedback that I get. But at the end of the day, I gotta keep maximizing my potential to its full. I haven't been able to spend a bunch of money on the pod as far as equipment and stuff like that. I'm going to, and I guarantee you, I know I'm gonna see a difference. You know what I'm saying? But for example, with the test and a sign, I feel like I go through a lot of tests with the pod, with changing shit. But they may be signs of me saying like maybe this shit ain't for you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard as fuck to tell the difference because when you want to do something, you're gonna do it. So you're gonna be like, nah, I don't mean that. I just gotta work hard. I'm not a firm believer in if you keep doing something, eventually it's gonna work. I don't believe that shit, bro. Cause I feel like anything that you want to do in life, it shouldn't take you no longer than 2 years to change your life. As far as like, okay, if I'm trying to think, man. I'm trying to explain to the best of my capabilities. Like, okay, I guess I could use the podcast for example. If I'm dropping a podcast every fucking week, right? And the first 6 months, every time I drop, I get 500 views, right? And I'm dropping all the time. And I'm making changes. I'm doing everything. I'm putting money into the podcast. And then the next 6 months, if that 500 don't turn to 1,000 to 1,500, oh, that's a sign for me to hang this shit up and get out of here. I feel like anything you want to do, you want to be a singer, you want to be a rapper, basketball player. I feel like it take a good year or 2 years to do it full time to see some change. Like you gotta be, you know what I mean? Because I feel like when you doing something, putting your time, your energy, and money for something for 2 years, you gotta be able to pay your bills off of it. I don't pay no bills off this podcast shit. I would love to. You know what I'm saying? I would love to get to that point. But it's just like we put in our own minds like, nah, that's not what that means. But me, I'm a realist. For example, if you follow me on Instagram or you know me in real life, y'all know I'm me. I'm gonna be me all day. I bid, I turn up. You gonna come on my page, gonna be a lot of entertainment. It's gonna be fun. I joke. I don't take that shit too serious, man. Like my personal shit. You know what I'm saying? You might get a little bits and dabs. I might post my son. I may talk some real shit. You know what I'm saying? We got something to do with my mom. Rest in peace, my mom. Stuff like that. But other than that, you getting raw me. Now, I know I'm a funny person. I have a funny, you know what I mean, personality. Like, I mean, I'm a jokester. But I'm not a comedian. I don't want to be a comedian. So, for example, Brent Faiyaz's album just came out. So, you got a song called All Minds, which is a banger. I love that song. So I'm in the crib, you know what I mean? I got the hookah lit, you know what I mean? I'm drinking and shit. And you know what I'm saying? And I went on live, but sometimes I like how the lighting is. So I put my phone in the ring like I'm on live. Then I'm like, boom, I just make a story to the song and shit. And they didn't let me post it on the story. So I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna make a reel. I didn't plan on making no reel, man. I dropped a reel, the shit went crazy. That shit got like almost 10,000 views, over almost 200 likes, and all these comments. But it's like, damn, when I put my heart and soul to this podcast shit and it's really thought provoking, and I'm editing clips, I'm posting them out, I'd be lucky if I touch 1,000 views. So here's the thing: is that a test or is that a sign? I can easily put like, you know what, bro? If I want to give up and quit, I can be like, oh, that's a sign to say, do comedy shit. But I don't want to do comedy shit. It's not my passion. I don't sit and write what I'm gonna do when I say fun. This is off the top. If you know me, you know, yo, your Greez is a wild nigga. Like some of this shit I just say. I just be talking, bro. Like I mean, that's just my personality. Like, no, I want to do this podcast shit. So is it the fact that I could turn my phone on and say some funny shit by just being me in my crib? Like, you ever chill with me or been out with, that's regular Greez shit without cameras. So it's just like, and I also be myself on the pod too. So it's just like, is that a test to, you know, I look at it as a test. Cause like, and it's a test and a sign. Cause it's a good sign for like, okay, people can tune in. Your shit can hit an algorithm, bro. You just gotta figure out what to do with the podcast and what to post and how to post and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to talk. My man Rel, shout out my guy Rel, be abstract, best photographer in the fucking world, man. Nigga's a genius. But with his reels, now, he gets paid off reels. And I asked him, I'm like, we had to cook out, we was talking, I'm like, yo, bro, what did you do to get invited to the program on Instagram for that shit? And he was like, bro, I just was posting, I just be doing shit, bro. It wasn't no type of number. It just sent me to that joint, and I just be doing them, like. You know what I mean? He showed me his office, where he make the reels at, and what he use and shit like that. So I'm not using this podcast to its full ability. My podcast is too raw as far as quality. It is. I don't have a mic. You know what I'm saying? Which is really what I need. I get a good mic and just keep upgrading the lighting and shit, how shit go, and giving you different guests and different. I ain't maximized this podcast to its full potential. So no, it's not a sign for me to get this shit up. It may be a sign for me to get better. But I just feel like, man, people just get, you know, with this hard work, and if I do this, I can do what I want to do shit, and da-da-da-da. Nah, that ain't like that with everything. All my homies I know that's making thousands or maybe even millions of dollars off their career, they didn't grow up wanting to be that shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't, when he was 12, yo, bro, I want to be a photographer when I grow up. Hey, yo, man, I want to fucking, you know what I mean, help put together cribs and shit. I want to clean carpets. Niggas ain't say that shit. Niggas wanted to hoop. Niggas wanted to play ball. Niggas wanted to rap. You know what I mean? That wasn't our fucking dream. I wanted to play basketball, be a rapper. That was my end-all, be-all. Ever did I think podcasts would be popular, me talking my shit, me being me, and just speaking on my experiences can get me notoriety and make me money. I never thought that. You know what I mean? Even though it's not right now, but I'm just saying it can. So it's like, now, everybody know my co-host, he a boxer. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, my man, he had a dilemma. Where it's like, yo, I gotta do this shit full time. It's up. And I told him, I said, bro, you gotta take your chance, take your shot. You got to, bro. Because you gonna be sitting there saying, what if I never, you know what I mean, took this shit 100%? When I seen the shit I could accomplish when I was 60, 70% with this shit. I've never took rapping serious. I've never did rapping full time. I never said, yo, let me make music for a fucking year. In the studio, every day, making records, dropping records, putting money into advertisement, all that shit. Anything could have happened, bro. I could have got an opportunity. Shit, I could have been an A&R somewhere. You know what I mean? You never know. I could have been feeding my family up this shit, but I just thought, oh yeah. Because I was raised in an era where niggas couldn't rap, niggas had bars. I thought, oh, boom. Yeah. But it's just like, man, life, man, I just got to really, it's a hard thing to do, man. It's like, I know you be really wanting to, got a passion for something, you want to do it. I just think, man, life is too short for you to spend too much time on this shit. Like, I think 3 years tops, if you in the same place and you still running in place and you did all you can do, you got to put that shit to the wayside and figure out the new thing. Because you just got to. Like I said, when I'm able to do this podcast shit every week, I'm doing this shit for a motherfucking year. If I'm still on standstill, niggas still not tuning in, it is what it is. It ain't made for me to have my own pod. Not saying I wouldn't go on somebody's podcast or I wouldn't continue. Maybe it's made for me to do different type of content. That's something I gotta figure out though. But I'm not gonna be a type of nigga like, nah, I'm ignoring the signs. No. Listen, man. Time is fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, time is, that shit is everything. Like, you can't be wasting a bunch of time on bullshit. And it's like, I've been doing this podcast since COVID, so 2020. It's 2022. And if you look at the numbers, it's like, yeah, at first, cool, it was something new. Yeah, but it's like, I'm doing the same shit I was doing 2 years ago. So, of course, you're going to get the same results. But I know that, though. Nobody has to tell me this shit. So, it's like, I got game from niggas that really do this shit. I get game from people. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, my frustration is with this podcast shit is just, I feel like I don't get feedback enough. Whether it's good, bad, whatever. So, if I'm asking, yo, what should I talk about on a podcast? You understand? A podcast is it's my listeners. I ain't. If I'm gonna listen to this, I'm talking to myself. You know what I mean? Like, I don't sit and watch and listen to my podcast all day, every day. No. Like, I know what the fuck I said. I run it back to critique my shit and like, oh, I can do this better. Or I can speak up louder on this part. Or I can look in the camera on this part. Yeah, shit like that. I told you, I'm a nerd when it comes to this shit. But I don't watch this shit for my own health. I need the feedback. So if I'm on Instagram and I say, yo, listen, looking for a female guest on the pod. And if you say, oh, I do it, then I hit you with the details and when we gonna do it, and you go ghost like Styles P. I'm like, damn, sis. that shit is frustrating. Because I really want to give people a different view, a different look. Because our show can look like we just two men talking on some man shit. When I talk about everything. Like, if a nigga on that shit, I'm gonna talk about it. If a female on that shit, I'm gonna talk about it. If it's some good shit with men, I'm gonna talk about it. Some good shit with women, I'm gonna talk about it. If you really watch all my episodes, bro, I talk about both sides of this shit. But it's better when you get a female perspective and a male perspective. I do know that with the type of shit that I talk about, man. So trust me, I'm doing all I need to do, and I'm hanging in there. So I'm not treating this shit as a sign to say fuck the podcast shit. This is hurdles that I'm gonna keep going over, because there be times I'll be like, F it, because he was even talking about that in they pod, like, yo, you know how many times I was gonna say, man, fuck this shit, and then look at where we at now. Now you do got that little bit in you, and you be like, you know what, I really gotta try this shit on full throttle, 100 miles per hour, every day, investing, dropping consistently. So I guarantee you, starting next week, I will. I don't care what's going on, how I feel, if I'm tired, whatever. I'm going to drop a podcast every week. I'm going to upgrade the quality. I'm going to upgrade the sound. It's going to be different guests. You know what I'm saying? I may even start to talk about different shit too, other than just dealings with men and women. But yeah, man, I ain't want to hold y'all up too much, like, but I just want people to take from this video is like, there's something to think about, like, in life. When you sit and you by yourself, and, you know, you going through shit, whether it's financially or mentally or, you know what I mean, love life or whatever. You got to look at shit that's test and look at shit that's, you know what I mean, that's a sign. Don't ignore signs. I talk about signs a lot on this joint. So it's just like some things, it's like, okay, if you determine, if this is what you really want to do it full throttle and see how it pans out. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my, you know what I mean, just a little something I wanted to share with y'all, man. Like, it's hard as shit, but try to figure out the difference between trust and the sign in life, man. You know, because this path is kind of created. We all got an expiration date. We don't know when we're going to go. God knows. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I don't mean to get deep or nothing like that, because I know me, you know me. I like to make it positive. I don't like to talk about shit like this. So, yeah, man, I just wanted to give y'all that. Be in tune, man. New shit coming. New episode coming Sunday. You know, I'm chopping up topics. I'm figuring some things out. I talk to my man, see where he at mentally. You know what I mean? See if he got time. If not, you know what I mean, I get a guess. I don't care who I got to pull up, man. Shit, my mom is alive. I had my mom on the damn show. No bullshit, man. But look, y'all be safe out here. It's hot outside. Stay warm. I mean, stay warm. Fuck am I talking about? Stay cool in this hot ass weather. You know what I mean? AC on blast. You in the crib. Don't do too much. It's crazy out here, man. Y'all be safe. We out.